Okay, I'm back with some more reviewing of Monster. I'm gonna be talking about episode 24 to 29. I I'm only covering like these 6 episodes or whatever, and oh my gosh, it's just sometimes Monster is really crazy. So I made a little diagram of what's happening. I'll put it on the screen right now to show you. And the last thing we talked about was Ava's life possibly being in danger of Roberto. So then, just episode 24 was pretty crazy. A lot of stuff happened. So Ava's like, it seems like she's teaming up with Roberto, and then they're gonna go kill Tenma. So then, actually, she's actually on the good side, and she helps Tenma, and I think she gets shot by Roberto, and then he leaves. But luckily, for a second there, I really thought she was gonna kill Dieter, and I was like, bro, if she really kills Dieter right now, oh my gosh, she is sick. But she didn't. She's, like I said, she was a good guy, and then she got shot, and then Tenma saved her, and then he left. So last thing we saw of her, she was all good. So, and then completely switch it up. We go to this random kid named Carl. I think, yeah, we go to Carl in some university where Johan might be. We don't really know yet. But so we're following this Carl guy, and I will say at first I was like, bro, I don't really care about this Carl guy. Just show me Johan or Tenma or something like that. But little did I know he was a big part of everything that's gonna happen quickly. Long story short, he's trying to find his dad, and turns out he's reading like Latin to this guy, and we soon find out that Johan is also reading to the guy. So it's like, what is that? Later on, Carl meets Johan, and Johan's just at the university as another student. They show him, he just shows up, and I already knew he was up to no good. And then him and this guy Carl are kind of like friends now, and I'm like, bro, don't befriend this guy. This guy is trouble. It also turns out that Johan is like a leader of like a school orphanage thing program, and I'm like, don't trust him around those kids. This guy's a murderer. Another character comes in, Dr. Richard. Kind of miss Lunge. I suck that he got shot and he's all messed up and things like that. He's recovering. So they introduce this new guy, ex-detective or ex-cop Richard, which at first, just like Carl, I didn't really like him. And then as things are going on in the episodes, you start to like him more and more. Okay, so I wrote on this paper, we have Detective Richard, who is friends with this higher doctor, Dr. Reach Wine, he's kind of like also like Richard's therapist, but he's also has another student, Dr. Gillian, who went to school with Tenma, so they're kind of connected in like this not long, but like person of a person. So as Detective Richard is trying to study more on Carl and this old guy, Schubert, and he's trying to find out like what's happening with their whole family situation. But as he's finding out, he actually is realizing that these unsolved murder cases that he knows of might be linked to Johan, and so he kind of he's trying to dig more and more, and he's getting help from that Dr. Reachwine. And the last episode was pretty crazy. I will say that Detective Richard he meets Johan, and obviously when he met Johan, I already knew something bad was going to happen. So the last thing that we saw in episode 29 was Johan talking to Richard, and then it cuts, and then 2 detectives show up. I forgot where they showed up, and they said that he's dead. And I'm like, bro, no way he's dead. We didn't even get to see anything. The last thing we saw him was talking to Johan, and I already knew he knew too much. Like, once he started digging and he found out about this Johan character, I was like, just leave. Like, he has like a family he needs to get to, and I'm like, bro, just go to your family. But like, if you look at my diagram, like you can see like everyone is linked to Johan in some roundabout way. Like either they got cases, like he murdered someone that's involved in the case, or like they just know him because everything's pointing to him in some way. And I as the series goes on, I liked Johan as the main villain, but the series goes on and Johan's just becoming more of a problem, more of a menace, just more things. I'm like, I just know, like when Carl wanted to be his friend, the whole time I was like, no, don't do it. And then when Detective Richards meets him, I'm like, don't meet him, like don't just get away from him. There's a reason why Tenma's trying to kill him. Okay, so I think that's it. I mean, it's only 6 episodes or whatever, 24 to 29. Like I said, I'll cover like 30 to 39 or 40 next. But like I said in the first time, like everything, even when you think nothing's gonna happen to Monster, something is happening. So even we had like I said, it started off a little slow with this Carl guy. I didn't really care. Detective Richard, I didn't really care. But only a few episodes in, past Carl and stuff, I like Carl. I like Detective Richard. I'm hating Johan more and more. And I'm like, the show is getting better and better, I think, every time I watch. So, like I said, I definitely recommend Monster. And I just gotta keep watching. It keeps getting crazier. Alright, that's it for the video. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you do subscribe, ring the bell, comment about Monster. And I'll see you next time. Bye.